Hi, my name is Marley New and I'm going to be doing my informative speech. Okay, so did you know that cows are symbolic for lifelong protection, courage, agility, and toughness? Bucranium, which is the fancy name for cow skulls, can symbolize different things for different cultures and also be used for different purposes for different people. So today I'm going to be talking about the cow skulls tradition, meanings in different cultures, and the different purposes and uses that people use cow skulls for. So first, I'll be talking about the tradition. So tribes believed that no part of the animal should go to waste and that every part of the animal should be used in a meaningful way, whether that be for food, shelter, clothing, or social purposes. So cattle were highly respected and treated as a source of life, which is pretty cool that they were like an animal was so high up and so respected by different tribes. They were made into a tribute for being a well-appreciated animal that played a significant role, which meant that many people like hung different animal skulls, especially cow skulls, up on their walls, and they were brought to sacred ceremonies because they were known as a sacred animal. And then the remnants of different animals were revitalized with a fresh purpose. So it showed tribes' artistry and also resembled death to new life. So the second point is meanings in different cultures. So the first sort of culture that I'll be talking about is considered like the mother or like Mother Nature. So this, the cow skull for this symbolized nurturing, power, and fertility. So it was associated to the concept of Mother Earth in many different cultures. And it depicted a cycle of life starting with the pregnancy to giving birth to the animal, taking care of the offspring, and then obviously the medium of a new life. And then the second sort of like tribe or culture that I'll be talking about is called Egyptian mythos. And it kind of symbolized the same thing as before. The cow was seen as mother of sun, and it symbolized richness, fertility, and renewal, so kind of similar to the previous culture. But Egyptian goddesses were portrayed as a revered cow holding a solar disk in its horns, and a different goddess named Nut was represented as a cow with 4 stars on her belly, and this signified Earth's 4 cosmic corners and different flavors that like represented each corner, each respective corner. The next point I'll be talking about is the different purposes and uses. So it kind of depends on who you are, what culture you are, what traditions you believe in. So obviously, like the first like purpose of keeping cow skulls is the symbols, which I kind of already talked about previously. The second point is decoration. Many people like hang cow skulls up in their homes, especially if they are like Western influenced families or like the Western country style. You'll often see these in homes to decorate or like outside on decks or porches. And then the third use is people use them like as a source of creativity. So people like do art on them or paint them. And I'll show you an example. This summer I found a couple cow skulls and painted them. So here's one of them, and it's obviously fairly large, but yeah, it still has like the teeth and everything, which is pretty cool. And so yeah, I painted this, and I painted 3 this summer but only kept 1 and sold the other one. So that's another use of them, and it's a great way to be creative with something that also can symbolize different things. So in conclusion, cow skulls not only have several symbolizations, but it can also be used for many different purposes. So today I talked about the tradition of cow schools, the meaning in different cultures, and also the purposes and uses of cow schools. And then a fun fact is that an artist named Georgia O'Keeffe, or Keefe, I'm not sure how you pronounce her last name, painted cow skull red, white, and blue in 1931. And this was pretty cool because it was known to symbolize the American identity. And I just think that's kind of a cool representation of America. So thank you.